Welcome to the One Pride Podcast. We are back after having a week off last week due to Thanksgiving, so it's really good to be back. We're going to have some people come on throughout the time, but right now we do got Mark Orem from Orem's Forum. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? What's going on, everybody in the chat, man? Let's talk some NFL. Let's talk some Lions ball. Let's go.
Definitely, we're going to talk some Detroit Lions football today. But before we get into that, obviously you may have heard already that Jim Bordeaux of Lions on the Prowl passed away last week. A Detroit Lions content creator, a YouTuber. He was well-liked in the community, a very good guy, got a big heart. And, I want to express my condolences and prayers to the family and well wishes. And very sad to hear of his passing. It's very unfortunate. And, God bless him. God bless his family. Mark, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, man. I had the pleasure of going on a couple podcasts with Jim, and we used to discuss Lions football kind of off air too a few times. And he was a good guy, man. He knew his ball. Family guy. I feel so bad, man. It's way too young, man, losing someone like that. Rest in peace, Jimmy.
Rest in peace. And I would expect everybody, we're going to take a moment of silence for him and show our respects really quick. God bless, Jim. You'll be missed. You and your family. Deepest sympathies. Deepest sympathies. But let's go ahead and start the show. Folks, we have in the building, we have New Era Sports. He's in the building. What's going on? We got Big Weem 313, Chrome, Zach J, Craig Ferguson, Dab Daddy, Patty Grimes, Corey Batten. We got Nick. What's up, Nick? 9 Drinks, Psycho Billy Demon, Tim Monroe, Jamie Ward. What's up, Jamie Ward? We got Robert Kramer, Alan Dana, Steve-O, and Briaz. No problem, Anthony, number 5. Being late is better than never being in the building. We appreciate you guys showing up. And I'm sure as people start filling in, more people will show up. Smash that like button if you haven't done so. And let's begin. Let's talk about, Mark, the first news that occurred the other day. The Detroit Lions released defensive tackle/edge Deshaun Hand. What is your immediate thoughts of Hand being released?
Oh, well, not too shocked by it. Completely disappointed, though, because we saw what this kid had a little bit in his rookie season. Made a little bit of noise, had a really good game against Green Bay Packers. I remember that game. I think he strip sacked Aaron Rodgers, played really well for the Detroit Lions, 4th-round kid. Just couldn't stay on the field. So it was one of those moments where I was just like, well, it's about time. A guy, we talk about it a lot on this show, in our videos and our podcasts. The best ability is availability, and he was just a kid that didn't have it, man. He's got some good talent to him. I wouldn't call the kid an all-world talent, but he did show some grit. He showed some talent out there. But if you can't stay on the field, man, see you later. Just sucks.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let me know in the comment section, are you pleased with Deshaun Hand being released? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Let's do a little straw poll. Personally, hey, it's about time. He's always injured. He can never stay healthy. I always talk about the best ability is availability. Just like Mark says, you have to be on the field. You got to be able to play the game. Doesn't matter how talented you are if you're never on the field showing the talents. You shouldn't be with the Detroit Lions. So me personally, I'm happy that he's no longer here. Yeah, I wish him the best. I got nothing against him, but we need to be able to play the game. And that's facts. We got Zach J says, why we're happy. Robert Kramer, why as well. Craig says, disappointing. Hope he can bounce back somewhere else. I'm with you. We got why about time from Chrome. About Hand, if you can't play, you shouldn't get paid. 9 Drinks says about time. So far, 100%. Why Muddy Pappy? Good riddance, Tim Monroe. Good move, Terry, as well. Hand played 29 games, missed 30. He couldn't stay healthy. About time. Hand is like Ansa. Bye-bye. We got from Corey. I'm glad they let him help. He could not stay healthy. So 100% straw poll, Mark. 100%. They said to the no. What do you think about that, man? Do you think that's a pretty good straw poll?
I'm not shocked. Yeah, man, that's a good one, man. That's wise across the board. Everyone's happy about it. It was time. Like we said, Mike, you can't stay on the field. You can't stay here. And at least with this new regime, they're not going to take that kind of stuff. And they want guys that are going to be able to play. So Aaron Glenn wasn't having it. Dan Campbell wasn't having it. I'm not surprised that Lions fans aren't having it either.
Well, let's talk about a little bit of good news. Now, when it comes to our rookies and the NFL rookies, one of the best rookies the last couple weeks is Penei freaking Sewell. He has been a beast on that offensive line. What does that make you feel, man, when you see this? When you see Penei Sewell dominating right now and being presented as one of the best rookies?
I think it's great, man. He came in. He had to be shifted over immediately to left tackle because of Taylor Decker's injury. And then when Taylor Decker came back, they threw him the right tackle. And, everybody was up in arms. Everybody was nervous. And a little bit deservedly so because he struggled mightily in preseason against guys that were grocery clerks and maybe accountants that we don't really think are going to be on a NFL roster. But he has turned the corner, I would say, and he's locked down that right tackle spot. And this is awesome. I think we hit this pick. He's just going to get better and better. I was okay with him moving back. I know a lot of Lions fans didn't want him to go back. I kind of went back and forth a little bit in my head with it. I wasn't too sure, but I think him going to left tackle and then him going to right tackle can do nothing but help because he's already a dominant force. So, and if he's as good as advertised, he can play left and right. And I love that he's dominating at the right side.
You know what's really good about Penei Sewell? He's really good. He doesn't really need to go out there and kind of tell the people, I'm the greatest, I'm number one, look at me. He's just, hey, he's really good. The fans give him credit. They show him the respect that he deserves. He doesn't need to go out there and say it himself. What is going on, Raw Detroit? Make sure you guys subscribe to Raw Detroit. That's TA, formerly of Noble Sports, now New Era Sports. He created a whole channel just for Detroit Lions. And you got to subscribe. A lot of quality content on there. 30 prospect videos so far that I've seen. We love prospects. And yes, we will be getting about the Kayvon Thibodeau as well as Aidan Hutchinson talk in a little bit. Definitely going to talk about that. Let's go through a little bit of news, though, throughout. DeAndre Swift, Mark. Swift looks like he's not going to be playing on Sunday versus the Minnesota Vikings. What should the Lions do in preparation of not having that game-changer Swift?
Well, I heard today that the news got a little bit worse, and they think that he could be out a little bit longer with that shoulder strain or sprain, whatever they call it. Saw it because I have him on a couple of my fantasy football teams, so hurts me there. But what the Lions should do is, shut him down for now. Don't let him get in there until he's 100% healthy. This is a kid that has problems staying healthy a little bit. He did it in college a little bit. Didn't miss a lot of time in college, but he was always nicked up. Now he's been nicked up in the pros 2 years running. They need to be really careful with him. If they really want him to be a piece of this puzzle, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets shut down completely. I don't know if I want to do that just yet, though. I still want to see him go out there, run the football. And I'm not talking about being selfish about fantasy football. I just want to see him play. But you have to be really careful with the DeAndre Swift. If you really want him to be part of your franchise going forward, they really need to keep an eye on that injury and just shut him down for now.
Yeah, 100%. Look, you got to look at the future for this football team. We know what Swift can do. We got 6 games left. It's not like we're making the playoffs. We're pretty much mathematically eliminated. Even though it's not official, just wait another week and it'll be official. But what we need to do in the next couple of weeks is to go ahead and establish what players can be on this roster. And we've seen Godwin Igwebuike, Jamar Jefferson. To me, there's some special players there. Now, Godwin's got that speed, so does Jamar Jefferson. Let's play these young guys, and why not bring up Craig Reynolds from the practice squad? Let's see what Craig Reynolds can do. I want to see some of these guys make some plays and determine, do we need to invest a draft capital into a running back? Do we really need to look in free agency to pick up another one? I personally don't believe so. I think we got some quality running backs here. I love what I'm seeing from Jamar Jefferson. I love what I'm seeing from Godwin. But let's play these young guys because they do got that flash ability. We know what Jamal Williams is, the running back from the Green Bay Packers. Yes, I know his name for this team. But we know we got with him. He's that pounder, that 2 to 3 yard guy. But we can get that flash from Godwin, Igbuke, and Jamar Jefferson. I want to see him play, Mark. I want to see him play.
Yeah. Yeah, like I want to see Godwin too, man. When he's out there running the football, man, that guy runs hard, man. He runs hard and he's determined. I really like what Godwin's brought to the table this year, especially in that special teams unit there. Running the football, he's been nice. He has the catching ability too, I think. Craig Reynolds, I guess, got called up from the practice squad. I think there's a chance he could be playing or on the roster this week, and we saw what he did. A preseason, he was a preseason star for the Detroit Lions, playing really well. Just literally had to introduce himself to his boys in the huddle. So he's a very talented running back. And then you got Jamar Jefferson, man, a guy that kind of slipped in the draft. He's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. You know, he's been hurt a little bit. I want to see these young guys run hard, even though Swift is young. We want to see the younger guys, man. So I want to see Jamar and Craig Reynolds out there, especially Jamar.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see these young guys. Let me know in the comment section, do you want to see Jamar Jefferson, Godwin, the young guys? This one is simple. Who do you want to see more? If you want to see Godwin, Igbuke, just put Godwin. Just go to put Jamar. I want to see who you guys want to see. I want to see them both. I'd love to even see a little bit of Craig Reynolds. I just want to see what they have. I think it's really important that we have that strikeaway speed, that player that can make the big play, because that's what Swift brought to the table for the Detroit Lions, that big play that they can make. And we've seen it with the couple of touchdowns that he's had. It's really been the only spark on offense that we've had. So let's see if these guys can fill in some sort of shoes for it. I think they can, but let's see what they can do there. We got Y. So D wants to see Jamar a little bit more. See what Reynolds can do. I get it. There's Steve-O. Corey says Godwin, Tim, Jamar. I want to see them all. I'm with you, Zach J. Both. Craig better play, like him the best. That's from Dab Daddy. My fantasy football team went bad. Had Derrick Henry, Swift, Ruggs, Ridley, and Falcons. That went bad for you. Both. Oof. We don't even play Williams. Run Jamar and Godwin and Craig. I'm with you, Godwin and Reynolds. I want to see Mark Oram with a carry or two by Dr. Detroit. Mark.
I'm in there, man. Right, sign me up. I was a running back in
Mark,
the day.
I want to see you in. Can you do the big play? Can you do the 50-yard run?
Not now. Not now, man. But
what if there was a beer at the end zone?
Yards.
What if there was a beer at the end zone? Could you run?
Oh, I'm there, brother. I'm there. No one's catching me.
That's an ultra combo right there, folks. No one's catching them if there's a beer there.
yeah. If you get a six-pack, you throw a six-pack in there, I'm breaking a 40 time.
He's breaking a 40 times. So that was definitely a good one. Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings. Mark Oram from Oram's Forum. What is a matchup that you want to see that you should tell the folks in the chat right now to pay attention to?
The matchup that I'm really interested in is their wide receivers versus our secondary. Our secondary's kind of stepped up a lot the last 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say. Played really good. Amani Warrior's making some plays. Jerry Jacobs just came out with a little stat that he's let up one touchdown as an undrafted free agent as a corner. That's phenomenal. But we're going up against two guys in Jefferson and Thielen that are just two monsters for the Minnesota Vikings that just wreak havoc. And I want to see who's going to be on who. It's going to be really interesting to see who covers Thielen and who covers Jefferson in that secondary, because Kirk Cousins is looking for those guys all day, all night, and they will be a problem. So those corners are going to have to be locked down against those two guys.
100% agree with you, folks. We've been talking about the Lions secondary the last 3 weeks. They rank 8 in the NFL. A lot of people say, well, you're going to go against backup quarterbacks and hurt quarterbacks. Well, now you're going against a quarterback who's not hurt. And he's not the greatest one in the world in Kirk Cousins, so I can admit that. But they got a very sound wide receiver core. Really good. Aidan Thielen, Jefferson. These guys can throw the football. Cook's not in the game. I want to see what Jerry Jacobs and Amani Oruwariye can do. Can they at least continue to hold this bad boy down? Can they hold this offense a little bit down? Because if they can, I think they're for real, folks. I think that Aaron Glenn has really made this defense much improved, and we're talking about a secondary that last 3 years, was absolutely garbage to pretty solid. And we're talking about an undrafted guy in Jerry Jacobs coming in here and doing a really good job. Amani Oruwariye, turnover machine. I am 100% with you. And I think if the Lions need this, if they want to keep this game close, those two got to dominate. They have to. Because that's it. That's the game to me right there, folks. And we've been close in every game. Obviously, we haven't won. We know this, but the level of competition of wide receiver here, the level is much higher now because they got a good duo, a good group of folks that can tear people up. Regardless of their win-losses, they have done that, and I concur that that will be the case. What is your score prediction for the game, Mark, and why?
My score prediction for the game, I think Minnesota wins this game. I don't think they put a beating on us, though. I think it's going to be 28. I'll say 17, 28-17. I just think that Kirk Cousins, even though that he's not the greatest, like you said, Mike, he's having a pretty solid year. And those wide receivers are a problem. And don't sleep on Tyler Conklin either. They're tight ends. So their offense is going to be just a little bit too much. And we don't have an offense. And but their defense isn't the greatest. But I think 28-17 for the Minnesota Vikings.
Let me know in the comment section, what are your guys' prediction, the score prediction for the game. If you don't want to put a score out there, who wins? L for Lions, V for Vikings. Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to roll with the Lions lose this game. I just think the Minnesota Vikings are a better team than the Detroit Lions from top to bottom. I think they win 27-17. I'll do 27-17, 10-point game for Minnesota. The line right now is +7 for Detroit. So if you're a betting individual and you want to bet, then you can make some money. And I can tell you where to go. You go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. You can make a little bit of money there. What is it? It is BetUS. Put in the pro kind of lines 125, and you can get a 125% deposit bonus. Put in $100, you can spend $125. My suggestion would be, though, do not bet on the Detroit Lions to win a game. And if you don't want to bet on Lions at all, folks, hey, you can do on Rookie of the Year, you can do NFL Player of the Year, you can do all that type of stuff on there. Let's see, Dab Daddy, 24-20. We got 24-13, Randy Daniels. I do not work today, Vash. Congratulations. Vikings win 27-24, Patty Grimes. Dab Daddy got the Leos. Vikings 48-10. Craig Ferguson's doing a sweep destroy of the Lions. Mock draft right now. We could talk about draft here in about 11 minutes. That's when we're going to go for you guys to the questions. If you got a question at 7 o'clock, do hashtag Lions or hashtag whatever, where my eyes can see it, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. 24-13 Vikings. We got score prediction. Vikings will win the game. Ending field goal. Call it the Prater curse. Prater curse. Minnesota by at least 2 possessions and keep it close. We will bring the heat. Jefferson for Minnesota, receiving beast. It depends on what the quarterback lines up behind the guard. Better than V. Lions 24-20. Corey, what are the Lions defense ranked? I don't know the exact ranking on the top of my head. Last time I seen it was, I thought it was 16. Thought it moved up.
Minnesota or Detroit?
Detroit.
Who? Detroit's defense overall?
I thought it was the last time I seen it. It was a week ago. I'm not saying that could be wrong. I believe the last time I seen it.
Last time I saw it was a while ago, and I know they were about 24. That was a few weeks ago, though. So
30-3 Vikings by Mr. Sports. Overtime 28-30 Vikings. A lot of people picking the Vikings. We got John Martin. He says, no, Lions going to win. 21-17 Lions. If the Lions going to win, we got to do something that we have not done all year, Mark Orem. It's called pass the football. We have to run the football.
Yeah.
We got to pass it more than 5 yards. How can the Lions do this? What is a game plan to get, I don't know, even 200 yards passing in a game? What would you tell Dan Campbell to do?
Dan Campbell's kind of stuck right now, a little bit in the 70s. I think there's a method to the madness, though. But if he wants his quarterback to get over 200 yards and beat the Minnesota Vikings, I think you're right, Mike. I think they need to throw the football. You just got to throw it downfield, man. It looked like Jared Goff was a little more comfortable with Josh Reynolds back coming over, and it looks like he went downfield 2-3 times. You haven't seen that from Jared Goff, but this is a thing with Dan Campbell. I still don't think he trusts his quarterback. He doesn't trust his offense. He wants to run the football, and like I said, I think there's a method to the madness, and I just don't see them. I just don't see them chucking the ball downfield. I don't see it happening, Mike. I just every week, man, we talk about this, and it's like, when's it going to happen? I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I really don't.
I don't see it happen anytime soon as well. I'm 100% agree with you. I just think we don't really have the personnel to do it, and Dan Campbell is calling plays, and we have seen specifically he does not like throwing the football. He wants to run it and continue to run the football, which I love running the football, but at some point you're going to have to do some sort of passing, because if you do no passing, they're just going to load up the box. They're going to stop you from running anything. And plus, we got DeAndre Swift, who's not going to be in this game, so it's going to be rough. We got NFL JT 28 says Lions with the upset 28-27. Don't shoot themselves in the foot. Let's talk about these issues when it comes to flags. What the frick is going on, Mark? Why are they just consistently getting flags? I've never seen anything like it, man. 2 straight possessions where 3 flags were thrown 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen 3 holding calls in a row. Like, you can call a holding call in the NFL or any type of level of football on every single play. And I remember when it happened to the Lions last week or whatever it was. I love to see Jared Goff run up to the referee, and he kind of gave him he gave him an earful, and you could read his lips. He's like, you can't call 3 in a row, and you really can't. I know like some of them are blatant, you know what I mean? But you can't call 3 in a row. But in the same breath, you can't be so undisciplined like the Detroit Lions are. And I believe that comes down to players. You know, a lot of people want to blame coaching for penalties, and they should get some of the blame, but players have to take accountability for being smart on the field. It's all about lining up right. You can't line up wrong. You can't just hold constantly, you know, even though you can call it all the time. Just be a little more disciplined. And it's not like, I don't think Dan Campbell just does not discipline his players and does not work on those type of things. I think he totally does. It's just, they're just an undisciplined team, and it's biting him in the butt week by week. They had some good momentum going last week, and they lost the game because a lot had to do with being undisciplined.
What is not undisciplined and what is very good to go, it is Blazed Radio. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to Blazed Radio. A friend of mine got a great channel. They do some WWE game fighting. And guess what? They have your boy MicroMike is on there. And guess what? I am the champ of it. I am the champion on his content there. He is huge. I think I'm undefeated. I love it, man. You got to check it out. Subscribe to Blazed Radio. Yeah, I
need a character, man. I need a character there. I need a character.
You need a character? Yeah, hey, I need someone else to beat, bro. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
The one thing, though, you're killing at is fantasy football, and you didn't have to cheat to get there.
Why? Yes, that's true, man. Yeah, I am killing it. Yeah, there's some shenanigans going on, but your boy is coming through. I'm still winning, even though there's all kinds of weirdness going on. But fantasy football is great. I love playing it. I love doing it with you guys, and I'm hoping to get a championship. And I'm going to do it the hard way.
What's
I'm
going
going
on,
to
B.
earn it.
Taylor? Welcome to the chat. We got Nick. What's up, man? You guys got questions. We may have answers. Do hashtag Lions, hashtag One Pride, hashtag, whatever you want to say. It gets our attention, and we will talk about it. We love giving back to you guys. We all make videos, but we like to talk back and forth. So get ready with some great questions. But before you do that, if you've not hit that like button, smash that like button. If you enjoy taking ice picks to your eyes, then you need to smash that like button because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and it hurts like SOB being a fan. So go ahead and smash that button. Let's see what the question. I seen a hashtag somewhere. Where is the hashtag? Anthony said, winning is my number one. Winning in my first year. Oh, okay. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. We got Papa Nate says, hashtag mock draft. Let's do a Lions mock draft. We'll just do the first round. Who do you got with the first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft? The Detroit Lions select
defensive end from Oregon, Kayvon Thibodeau. That's who I like. That's who I want, number one overall. I know Hutchinson's on that train, and there's a lot of Michigan fans. Not surprising that want him to go number one, but I think Kayvon brings a little bit more to the table. He's not as big, but I think he's more explosive. I think he can do a little bit more in this Aaron Glenn defense. It's not all about stats because Hutch has the numbers this year. But if you watch Kayvon's game, man, he's special, man. He's really, really special. He's been special for a few years. He's just been battling a little bit of injuries. It does happen in football. Hutchinson's had some injuries himself too. So let's not forget that he had surgery on that ankle too not long ago. So my guy is Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon. That's the man I want, man.
If I missed your question, folks, just repost it. Questions coming in quick. We try to get into it as fast as humanly possible. That's just what we try to do. I'll tell you, with my first pick, it's not who I want. I'm not saying I don't want him. I'm just saying this is what I think the Lions would do. I do feel like they would probably go Thibodeau. With that said, I think Aidan Hutchinson deserves to be the first pick in the draft. This guy, we talk about quarterback pressures. Okay, he had 28.7% pressure rate against Ohio, against a team he came in big, and I like that. He's got, 12 sacks on the season. Dude's 13. A beast. I like Kyle Hamilton, though. If the Lions win Kyle Hamilton safety, I'm not going to complain. I like him the most. I'm not going to lie. I like Kyle Hamilton the most in this draft. Let's see. Strong D is iffy going to play soon. He is coming back. He did come back. He's got to slowly work his way in there, but yes, he will be back soon. He probably won't be in this game. I don't think so. What is Stafford grade so far for the Rams? Okay.
What's his grade? Well,
B+,
he's been horrific for the past. He's been pretty bad for the past 3-4 weeks. But I'd probably give him a B. I'd probably give him a B right now. It's not all his fault over there in LA, man, which a lot of people like to blame him for. But there's a lot of problems going on in LA, man, and it's good for us. It's really good for us. So yeah, I give a B though. You, Mike?
I say B. You're on B+. I think that'd be perfectly fine. Thibodeau this year and Noah Sewell next year for the Lions. Hey, we going all Oregon Ducks here. Nick, you know me. I'm an Oregon Duck fan. I like Noah Sewell. I do. Let's get the brother in here. Let's see. Want to shout out NFL JT28. Also, should the Lions find a quarterback in the draft or the offseason? Yes. I'm going to say yes. I want to draft the quarterback. And I know a lot of people say, no, we got to wait till 2023. No, I want to draft a quarterback. It doesn't have to be the first round. It doesn't have to be. I like Desmond Ridder. I think he could be a second-round draft pick. I do. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I've been looking at some of the quarterbacks, and if we don't really take one in the third round, I don't want to take one beyond the third round. But there's some guys like a Ridder, like you said, that could be a target for the Detroit Lions, a kid that can run, throw. He can do a lot of things for you. And they definitely have to look at that position because, God, is it awful right now. It's just awful. So, yeah, take one.
Should the Lions take Kenny Pickett at 27? Well, right now we're at the 23rd pick, overtime 3-3. But with our second first-round pick, Mark, take Kenny Pickett.
I have to look at him a little bit more, man. I wouldn't mind taking a safety or a wide receiver at that spot. That's where I'm kind of headed right now. I could change my tune. I change it every week, man. It feels like, but Kenny Pickett is a guy that is definitely on the radar. But right now, I'm thinking safeties or possible wide receiver.
I'm with you. I think safety, wide receiver. I really like Jordan Battle. I'm sure he would be available there. Yep. Drake London. Maybe Chris Olave falls there. I don't know. But I think getting that safety and wide receiver position would be nice. I think that's it. And then, it just depends who's there. But I really want to solidify those positions. I have not dove into draft prospects analysis. But what top prospects have former injuries that we should be leery of? How about Carson Strong? His knee, 3 times he's had surgeries on that knee. Now he has a strong arm. Yeah. But man, oh man, 3 surgeries on a knee, that gets you scary. That's a big one. I know a lot of people like Carson Strong, but I'm leery of a player with 3 surgeries on one knee. If I miss your question,
that's exactly.
Repost it. Go ahead, Mark.
No, I was thinking the same thing, Mike. When I read that, I thought of Carson Strong right away, man. 3 surgeries. He has the big arm, but he is not mobile whatsoever. He's a pocket passer, and to be honest with you, I don't want a pocket passer in Detroit anymore. So it would be a guy that could slip really far in his draft because of that knee and because he's not a mobile guy.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't like injured players. This is something I've been talking about on my channel for freaking ever. It's the best abilities available. We just talked about with Deshaun Hand. Win or lose, would you rather get the first pick or first win and potentially lose the first pick? First win, man. I want to win. I do not want to go 0-16-1. Yeah, I know that may hurt us in the draft. Too. I want to win. Mark?
We can get away with, I think, 1 win right now. We can get away with a win. We're not going anywhere. We're still not going to fall. We have I think right now I seen a graph that we're 77% chance of having the first round pick already overall. Yep. So I think even if we win, I think we're still fine.
I got it. This is not a question, but I'm going to make a question from Raw Detroit. Would you guys rather have a dual threat quarterback or the prototypical pocket passer? Pocket passer, PP, dual threat, DT. Dual threat, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a running quarterback. We're talking about like an Aaron Rodgers, a Justin Herbert, a Russell Wilson. These guys are dual threat quarterbacks. We're not just talking about a guy that just runs, like a Lamar Jackson. We're talking about dual threat, or do you want that big, strong-arm Stafford type of quarterback? I'm curious to see what you guys think. I want the dual threat. That is me. I think that is something that the Lions need to help the running game out. And when the play is breaking down, Mark, they can get out there and extend it.
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, we need a guy that can do both, that can run, get out of trouble. Just like you said, when the play breaks down, Jared Goff goes nowhere. He spins into a sack. He's not a mobile guy. Sick of it, man. I want to see a guy that can get out of trouble and move those chains. Instead of making it 2nd and 17, you get out of trouble and you make it 2nd and 6. At least you get a couple of yards, you got out of trouble. So I want that dual threat guy who can move the chains and do a little bit of both, man. Run and throw.
Don Burr, I like Sam Howell as well. I do like Sam Howell. He's a good quarterback. Yeah. And now we're seeing here, straw poll looks like nearly 100% dual threat quarterback. I think that's what you need in Detroit. I truly do, man. I think you got to have, though, a player that's not just a dual threat, but he's got to have that bravado. He's got to have that swagger, too. Something that Detroit needs, because you got to be a different type of individual to play in Detroit, and especially be the face of the franchise, Mark, because we have a losing record. I think you got to have that swag.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a guy that has some swagger. People look at Jared Goff, you don't really see the swagger. Like, you don't see a confident kid. Yeah. I don't see the confidence in him. I see a kid that's already defeated already. It looks like he wants his way out of there. He's not complaining or anything like that from what I hear, but he just looks defeated. He's got no swagger. He's got no confidence. I want a guy that's going to come in here, maybe run his mouth a little bit, but in a good way, and just have a swag to him, man. Just have a strut. So that's what we need over here in Detroit, man.
We got who is Battle Kid better than London? Jordan Battle is a safety. To me, he's the second best safety in the draft. You got Kyle Hamilton, number 1. Kyle Hamilton's top 5 draft pick. This guy's a stud. And I know a lot of people want to get defensive end, but I tell you what, man, you got to look at Kyle Hamilton, Notre Dame. He brings the punch to the face. So Jordan Battle is a very good safety, very, very good safety. Would love to have him in the back end of the Lions defense. Drake London is a fantastic wide receiver out of USC. Big body, 6'5", contested catch. The guy is exactly what we need on this offense, something that we don't have. We don't have that. We lost that when we lost Kenny Galladay, and I think he's better than Kenny Galladay. I think this guy could be very good for whoever's quarterbacking this football team, Mark.
Yeah, Drake London, man, he reminds me a lot of a Mike Evans. You know, he's going to be a nice red zone threat. He can get up and get the ball. He has a great catch radius, 6'5", 210, 215 pounds. And he's just a specimen. So he'd be a perfect fit for the Detroit Lions. I love him.
Sam says you're fooling yourself if you think any of these rookie quarterbacks will play better than offense than Jared Goff. Well, look, Jared Goff right now is ranked 36 out of 32 starting quarterbacks. You notice that there's 32 teams. Right now, Jared Goff's playing awful. So if a quarterback in this draft cannot play better than that, they're not worthy to be drafted and probably till the 6th round, every single quarterback. I mean, for sure, Mike. And we're not saying that a rookie's going to come in here right away and just start. It's just start, man. Goff is probably Goff's team next year. You know, it is going to be
contract. We're kind of binded to it. But there's no harm in grabbing a rookie quarterback and have him sitting. And I'm not saying learning behind Jared Goff, but just sitting.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And again, you don't have to invest a high draft pick in it. But to me, you cannot come back next season with these 3 quarterbacks. We know Jared Goff's coming back, so we know he's coming back. But you can't come back with Tim Boyle and David Blau and say, hey, Lions fans, this is our 3 quarterbacks. I think Lions fans will freaking riot. I think if you come back with the same 3 quarterbacks, hey, and you want to know what? I've been saying get Marcus Mariota in free agency. I wouldn't mind him being back there. But we got to have something other than what we have seen this year. We already know Jared Goff's coming back. I'm not debating that. He is coming back. His contract, he is coming back. And I have no problem with that. But drafting a quarterback, I think, would be very beneficial for the Detroit Lions. We got 10 picks right now, and guess what? Quarterback is a need for this football team. It is. Wide receiver, safety, quarterback. I mean, you look at a linebacker, edge, and in all honesty, it definitely looks like we're going to go edge with that first pick. And the second pick, probably wide receiver or safety. So just go from there. Yeah, 10 picks this year as of right now. If we get the conditional 3rd-round pick for Kenny Galladay, a conditional pick for all the players we got, that is the projected. If you go to PFN, Pro Football Network, that's how much they give us. That's how much you get. Let's see. I'm done with the pocket. What's that?
We would have had 12, but we gave 2 away for Trinity Benson.
Jeff Burke says, any thoughts on Marcus Mariota? Yeah, here's my thoughts. He has talent, and I think I'd like him as a backup. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He does got a big arm. His is injury history. But as a backup, you're not going to be in every single game. So if you've seen what he did with the Vegas Raiders, that's kind of like to bring him over here and do. I see no problem with that. It's not going to cost a lot of money, and he's not old. Sure. He's not like he's some old guy. So I think he'd be solid. Raw, that's what losing us games, not 6 consecutive penalties. It's the pocket passing that loses us games, not horrible. Let's see. What we come in here saying. I don't know. Folks, again, if you got questions, do hashtag Lions, hashtag One Pride. Just do a hashtag so I can see it. So I see there's questions in there without it, but it's really difficult for me to decipher if it is a question or not. Just throw it in the comment section, and we will see. Who are potential free agent targets? I love this question, Paul, and I can't wait to start making videos on this here in a couple weeks. I think you look at the wide receiver class, Mark, these got to be, you look at Gallup. I think he's a target. You can look at Mike Evans. These guys, the top wide receivers, should be targets. Now, I made a video where Davante Adams potentially coming to the Lions. I don't see that happening. I see Davante Adams following Aaron Rodgers. I think he wants to win a Super Bowl. He's getting older. He's not like he's some young guy, and he is a solidified number one. Would I love to have him? Yeah, man. The guy's talented, but I think the Detroit Lions need to target the top wide receivers in free agency, Mark.
Yeah, they definitely do, 100%. I think it's going to be a little bit tougher to get those guys over here, though. Maybe you can get a Michael Gallup. He's kind of been the lost guy in Dallas. He's got a lot of talent, man. He can run, he can catch, he can get up, get the ball. Very underrated wide receiver. Like you said, I think a guy like Davante Adams and maybe a Mike Evans, they're going to be a little bit hesitant coming over here right now. Don't know if those guys want to be a part of this build. You never know, though. You throw a bag at them, man. You just never know. So definitely wide receiver needs to be top priority or high priority anyways.
Yeah, and I really do think it's going to be addressed. I don't think this is just from my perspective. We just want to get it. If you look at what Brad Holmes has done, literally we traded for Trinity Benson. We've got Josh Reynolds. They tried getting Brashad Perryman and Tyrell Williams. It looks like this is going to be probably their number one target, is getting a legitimate wide receiver to slow down the fury right now of not the fan base, but, man, this offense is cheeks, and it has to do with the lack of talent on the outside. Get a really good wide receiver in free agency. Throw the Brinks truck at him. I don't care. We need weapons on the outside. So that would be what to look for. Yes, Chris Godwin. Definitely could be another one there. Very good wide receiver. Again, for Tampa Bay's on my fantasy team. So, yes, you talk about the number one targets in free agency, it's got to be wide receiver, period. I think that is it. And they may go for maybe a safety. It's potential they could go for a safety. I still think draft a safety is more what I would do, and pay Tracy Walker. If you're going to pay a safety, just pay Tracy Walker and then draft one, Mark. What do you think about that, about the safety position?
Yeah, well, Tracy Walker is a guy I like. I don't know how much he's going to be asking for, but he's definitely asking for a considerable pay raise. But I think guys like Will Harris, D. Marlowe, those guys need to be replaced. Whoever else is playing back there at safety, it's just not a good look right now. And I don't really know right now at the top of my head who's available on the free agent list, but that's another high priority position. And I like to see, just like you said, Mike, I like to see someone get drafted in that position.
Yeah.
I love a Jordan Battle. There's Kyle Hamilton, of course, and there's some other guys too. It's definitely a high priority position again, safety.
Super chat here from Breeze. Appreciate you, man. $5. Says, what if you draft a quarterback late, first or second, then in 2023 you get a top 5 pick, then you have a chance to get a franchise quarterback? That wasn't a super chat from Breeze. I apologize. I don't know why that just came up. Let's see. Asylum. That's the super chat from Asylum. $5. We have zero chance to pick up any premium player for any position right now. I want to say 0% chance. I think you look at Josh Reynolds. He actually wanted to come to Detroit. Now, I don't know if he was drugged. I don't know if he was on amnesia. I don't know what happened. But he wanted to go from Tennessee Titans, where he was a non-factor, to the Detroit Lions, where he'd be a factor. Maybe a Chris Godwin would like to be a number one guy. Maybe a Gallup would like to be in that position where they're not right now. So that's a potential. And maybe someone wants to get paid. That's kind of what you got to look for. But, yeah, it's going to be real difficult, Asylum. Yeah. No doubt about it, to get anyone to want to come here. Because we suck, and we know it. Let's see here. Lions, why haven't the Lions fed into what Dan Campbell yet? Is he the right coach for the team? Mark, why haven't the team got into him yet? And do you think he's right for the football team?
Well, I don't really know what you mean when you say why haven't the Lions fed into what
Like
Dan
believed
Campbell's
into
preaching.
Dan Campbell.
I think, this roster. Just look at this roster, man. He's trying to. They took over a Quinn Trisha roster that was already bad, and then you already had your quarterback that wanted to go. You had your 3 top wideouts that wanted to roll. Your defense was a mess. That's what it is. And do I think Dan Campbell is the guy? The jury's out still, man. We don't really know. It's not looking good for him, but we have to be patient with this regime. Everybody wants to fire everybody, and bring this guy in and get rid of this guy. It's just not the way it's going to work right now. This is a bad roster. You got to give this man a chance. He's working with trash. Quinn Trisha destroyed this team. So I don't think the players have bought out. I don't think they've checked out.
Yeah.
They're not complaining. It's 2021. All you see now is players complaining on Twitter or whatever social media they have. That's not happening in Detroit. So that's a good sign right now. They got his back. Give the man a chance. Let him build a roster with him and Holmes. We'll see next year what's going on. Next year is going to be a real microscopic year for Dan Campbell, I believe.
Talk about microscopic. We got 156 in the building with 56 likes. Go ahead and smash that like button. Take a Texas Chainsaw Massacre to the like button, cut it up, and feed it to the family. That would be fan-freaking-tastic because the more likes we get, the more chance that we are full of human. Which one-year deals should we extend? I tell you what, man. We did. I like what I see from Khalif Raymond. I wouldn't mind extending him. He's done very good in the slot. He's been a solid player. Now his stats has fallen off as of late, but so is everybody's. I mean, that's just, he's not a number one guy, but I wouldn't mind him as a slot guy. I think that's a guy you can look at. Maybe do another one-year deal to Alex Anzalone. I'd love to draft a linebacker. I think that's really important for the Lions. But he's done good right now, I think, helping the Derek Barnes out and getting the younger guys on board. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, Mike, you took the 2 guys I was probably going to say. Khalif Raymond, I believe, has kind of earned his way on this team to maybe a 1 or 2 year deal. But he's really a number 4, maybe a number 3 at best. But we all know what Khalif is, and but I think he's played well in that spot. He's just not that guy. But I think he's kind of earned. He's playing better than what he's played in years because he's got a lot of opportunity, and it's all about opportunity in the NFL. And he's earned a little bit more of a paycheck. So man, Khalif Raymond's one guy. Then I think Anzalone's on a 2-year deal, but I'm not 100% sure. But he's a guy that I wouldn't mind extending. He's been a little bit inconsistent as well, but he's actually played good in some spots. So Anzalone's a guy that maybe extend him for another year or 2. I don't mind him.
We got Coach Mike Jones.
Hey, Mikey, what's going on, buddy?
Jones. What's up, Coach Mike Jones? Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He's a Detroit Lions YouTuber and a famous rapper. He used to have his phone number on his shirt.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Lions bring in Mariota for a 1-year deal contract, build around him in the draft, and draft his successor in 2023. I don't mind at all bringing in Marcus Mariota. This is something I've been talking about for a couple years now, and that's something I want. Quit crying about the roster. God, I can't stand the word crying, man. I'm not gonna lie. Is a old word.
Quit crying about the roster. Yeah, okay. This is a really good roster, right, Phil? Like, he can't coach. Okay, listen, man. Dan Campbell has made some mistakes this year, 100%. I'm not going to sit here and defend Dan Campbell every single week and go, yeah, this guy's the guy. But this roster is trash. And if you can't see that, bro, then you can't be helped. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say.
We will get better players in this year's draft. I think understanding that last year we had to get rid of all the Patriots, and I think we're going to flush out the last Patriot here in a couple weeks named Trey Flowers, and then they have actual chance to really build a nice roster in this NFL draft. We're talking about 10 draft picks, folks, and you're going to have 3 picks in the first 33. It's a great way to really get some young talent in here. You're probably going to get an edge with that first pick. Second pick, probably going to get a stud wide receiver or safety. And those are the big needs that we need, and I think that's really going to help out not just Dan Campbell, but the whole team as a whole, and the offense, of course, needs the most help right now. So it's all about that. Rod Detroit says, Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones, the greatest name of all time. Do you think that Lions could somehow steal John Harbaugh? Nope.
No, not at all. Why, is his deal's up in Baltimore? He ain't going. He's not leaving Baltimore. I can't see that, but you never know.
Deshaun Watson would be great for us, but won't come if he'd be willing to make a Detroit trade. Yeah, right now he has a no trade clause, and that's the issue here. Is he's not going to want to come to Detroit. But the question is, where is he going to go? Because Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, looking a little bit good. So we'll see where he goes. Yeah. But that would be the issue. He has the no trade clause. That hurts us. If you're wanting to get if you're a fan of Deshaun Watson and would love to have him in Detroit, well, you can't just rip him out of there because he's got that no trade clause.
He's not coming here. He's not coming here, Mike.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Let's see. Hear me out.
I know.
We take Kayvon Aidan first overall and take a wide receiver at the second first rounder, and with 33rd pick in the second round, we take quarterbacks at 1 year like Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City. Antonio Jenkins, don't mind it. It depends who the quarterback is, though. I don't want to take anybody, but don't mind it.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear me complain.
Right? Just, yeah. I don't know who's going to slip. There's going to be a couple of guys that probably slip. A Carson Strong, but he's got granny
that knee
so
issue, man.
I'm not sure.
He's got that knee issue. Desmond Ridder is the guy I'm keeping an eye on. Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
He's raw. He's got some accuracy issues, but man, oh man, he's got a high ceiling in my opinion. I think he's got one of those ceilings.
No, I think he does too.
Now, Coach says defensive end, safety, wide receiver, quarterback in that order. I cannot argue with that. He says quarterback and wide receiver can flip-flop because all wide receivers suffer from dropsies, and there isn't a standout quarterback. I cannot argue with that at all.
Nice one, yep.
I'm with you right there. Let's see here. A guy can dream, right? Yes, Paul Johnson. We all can dream, man. We definitely all can dream. Can I have a shout-out? Yes, you can. BA Sports Highlights and Games. Huge shout-out to BA Sports Highlights and Games. Appreciate you coming in this chat, this bad boy, spending your evening with Mark Oram and myself, talking Detroit Lions, talking some football, fantasy football, whatever you want. That's what we do. This show is for you guys. And make sure you guys hit that like button. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Why? Because Chat Sports want me to get these likes up. And guess what? They like to chew my 2 points of contact out. They like to take me bent over and take their hand and smack my cheeks. And I already tell them, my team's cheeks.
What a visual.
You got James Yoder. He's the Michigan guy. Now, they beat Ohio. He's happy. I'm a Detroit Lions guy. We haven't won a game. So smash that like button, man. Let's show them that, yeah, our team's cheeks, but the fan base is not. Let's see. What is Brad Holmes' record on draft picks rounds 3 through 7? Well, it's actually pretty good, right now. You look at Aleem McNeil. Aleem McNeil. Levi was
number 2. He was a second rounder.
Okay, so you got Aleem McNeil,
Amon-Ra
Derek Barnes,
Amon-Ra
St. Brown, and Jamar Jefferson. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man. That's a nice look into the future of what we possibly could have. So far, so good.
I know Amon-Ra has done more like Amon-Na St. Brown, but at the same time, our whole offense has been Amon-Na St. Nothing. So, I'll judge him potentially when we get a little bit better offense, but our offense is ain't nothing there, man. There ain't nothing there. And Afutu Melifonwu was in that draft as well, who is healthy. Well, he's getting healthy now, and I think this guy's going to be a stud. I like him. I like him to a couple years ago of Amani Oruwariye in the 5th round. Can you shout to Jason Andrew? Shout out to Jason Andrew for being an OG in this game. We appreciate you, Jason, man. Anyone had G Fuel before? No, I don't know. Have you had it?
G
G
Fuel?
Fuel? And not me.
What is that? Is it like some kind of Gatorade drink?
I don't know.
What is that?
I need to put it in my
Okay.
Jeepo, though, my Jeep Wrangler, get some of that G Fuel
Let's
going.
go.
'Cause right now it's 14 miles to the gallon, and that's not a lot. Let's see here. We
No.
got no way Campbell gets fired after one season. Yeah, I don't believe he's getting fired after one season at all. 6-year deal. The reason the 6-year deal is because they knew this team was cheeks.
Yeah. If you fire a Dan Campbell, and I'm going back to the roster again. And when he has this roster in front of him, you're not going to get anybody ever to come here to coach or to play. I tell you right now, you won't get a free agent. You won't get a coach. No, you just won't, man. You can't do that because they have committed to him. They gave this man a 6-year deal for a reason. They don't give out 6-year deals, Mike. You know that.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Steve Wilkes had a 4-year deal. Because I've seen this as Dan Campbell next to Steve Wilkes. Steve Wilkes had a 4-year deal, and the difference is Kyler Murray was coming out, and guess who was his coach in college? The head coach right now. So I think it's extremely rare. Asylum.
Yeah.
This time he dropped the $5 super chat. Says, I want Campbell to get the time needs to rebuild. His weakness as a head coach has been exposed. It's unacceptable.
Yep.
Head coach, let's frustrates affect the game. No, he's 100% right. He has screwed up games. The last 2 games, I do fault him big time. Very frustrated. He's going to make mistakes. But next year, he can't be making these type of mistakes. He's got to be better than that, Asylum. And I think that everyone out there, it's okay to criticize. It is okay. He's made mistakes, Mark. He needs to fix them.
He needs to definitely fix them, and hopefully he's learning on the fly. But, you just can't point out everything. Head coach, football, man, is not an individual sport. It's just not. It's not like baseball. It's not like hockey, basketball, where a guy can just literally take over, man. It's a group effort. Has Campbell had some blunders? 100%. Aaron Glenn has too. The players have too. So we got to give this man just a little bit of time, man. Let's criticize him next year harder than we are this year, because we're
gonna criticize them. Hold up. I gotta get some good ones. We gotta give him all.
There's nothing wrong.
We gotta give him all you can next year. 100%. If you can't get any sort of success next year with 10 draft picks, we got a lot of money in free agency, and it's this continued. Yeah, you're a bum, man. You're a bum, and I appreciate you, Asylum, for $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Got a great question here from Combat Sex. Says, hey, Mike, I really like having my eyes repeatedly poked with pointy end of a carrot. Have I come to the right channel for sports content? Yes, you have. And if you like to get your eyes gouged out by a spoon and have Hannibal Lecter eat it, then you've definitely come to the right channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and we get eaten up every single Sunday, specifically near dinner time. So yes, you have. This is the channel for you. If you like to be destroyed every single week, hate your life, you want to throw your head into a wall, if you want to go ahead and drink paint thinner, if you want to...
Anything else? Woo! Wow.
If you want to go down a highway going 90 miles an hour, decide to just jump out of the door, this is the channel for you. Because we get rolled on every single week.
That's it, buddy. That's it.
Oh, dream on. What's your Mike's dream roster? Well, I would just say get all the best players there is, man. Get Tom Brady, prime Tom Brady. All the good stuff, Mark. What about you, man? Prime roster.
Yeah, man. Give me Josh Allen at quarterback. Give me Jonathan Taylor at running back. Give me DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Kupp at wide receiver. Give me Myles Garrett at defensive end. Give me Denzel Perryman at linebacker. Give me all those guys, man, for sure. Yeah, man, I can go on and on and on, man, for sure.
Yeah, man, I'd have Cooper Kupp out there. I have Lockett, DK Metcalf. I'm going to get me Derrick Henry. I love Derrick Henry, my favorite running back in all the NFL. We'll throw in there, man. I'll have Alvin Kamara as the backup. Offensive line, Penei Sewell, right tackle, man. We're going to get we going all in, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
We going all in.
For sure.
Folks, it has been nearly an hour, and I actually got to jump on with a Minnesota Vikings content creator to get scalded, apparently. So,
nice.
I appreciate everybody out there coming in, spending the night with Mark and myself. On Sunday, the Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings, a live watch party on my channel. Make sure you guys come out. Mark, tell them about your channel quick.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I do videos. I do Detroit Lions videos. I do a podcast every Tuesday called Orem's Den, and we talk about the NFL. We talk about the Detroit Lions, and it's chat participation, and it's fun. And I am actually thinking about starting a Detroit Tigers channel, but not 100% in on it just yet. But yeah, stay tuned, guys.
Again, just like how we started this show, folks, if you didn't know, a Detroit Lions content creator named Jim Bordeaux of Detroit Lions on the Prowl, he unfortunately passed away, and I give nothing but my prayers and my wishes and everything towards his family and his friends. And I don't know what your guys' faiths are, and even if you have a faith, but in my faith, as a Christian, he is in paradise right now, and it's very saddened that he's gone. His life was short, and I hope he rests in peace, and I hope that his family can get any sort of comfort. So God bless him and his family, and we're all here, man. We're all one pride, and no matter what, we try to be best, be the best we can be to help each other out. So God bless him, and I appreciate everybody coming out today with OPP. If you've not smashed that like button, smash that like button before we call this bad boy out. I will see you all Sunday.